everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of season 4. If you've just joined, I am Robyn of A Tired Witch on everything. And this week, Maria is actually on like a 2-week-long holiday in, I don't know, one of the Carolinas or something. So I am joined by Jessica of the Up Weirdo Podcast to hang out with me and talk about just people that we're loving and projects they're doing this week. Jess, you want to say hi to our listeners?
Hi, everybody. From where am I? Oakhurst, California.
She's been on the road. She also has been on the road, but she's just more committed to this than Maria is, which is really sad, actually. Maria, I know you're going to be listening, and I'm calling you out. I'm just kidding.
I've definitely been road tripping for this is day 11 that I've been in my car. I drove from Michigan to Oakhurst. I'm not from California. This is actually my first time in California in my entire life.
Really? I thought that you had been in LA like a year or so ago.
No,
you were supposed to, but you got COVID, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, my brain remembers things.
Yeah.
Because Jess is joining us this episode, the segments are going to be a little different. We're not doing what's stirring and what's not stirring, just because it's not going to fit. So we're going to talk about stuff we're loving for a little bit longer than anything. So, yay! Hey everyone. After recording the intro, a little glitch happened on Patreon where very many, a whole lot of our patrons experienced a glitch. It was coming through as payments being fraudulent, etc. This is going across all of Patreon, and hopefully by the time you're hearing this, it is resolved. But if you are one of our wonderful Patreon members and you are seeing that you are not receiving benefits that you should be getting, make sure to check your payment. And if you are set for payment, like it's all sorted and all that, and you're still having issues, please message us. We're going to do our best to monitor the situation and hopefully it resolves quickly. But if not, this is an ongoing Patreon issue. And so we hope that it resolves soon. And with your help in checking your payment things to make sure that it didn't accidentally bounce as fraud or similar, hopefully the individuals it did affect, it gets resolved very quickly. For those of you just joining us this week, every week we talk about upcoming lunar phases and how we can utilize these in our magical practice. So the nearest one coming up from today's date is the new moon in Virgo. This is on August 17th. And I actually really like new moons in Virgo. Essentially, as we all know, new moons, great time for setting intentions, cleansing, refreshing things, just like a whole slew of stuff, right? And Virgos especially are super great, well, moons in Virgo are super great at order, organization, setting things up in a way that is going to be the most beneficial for you, the most rewarding, and the most fluid. So when we look at these two things together, the new moon in Virgo is a great time for intention setting for projects that you possibly already have had going on, but have been a little bit crazy, a little bit askew. I know that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the stars right now that is making people feel a little agitated. We've been talking about it a lot in the Discord. We've been talking about the chaos that has been happening for people. The Patreon announcement that we made is such a great example of that. And so this new moon in Virgo is a really good time to take these sort of things that we already have happening in our life, giving it new life, new intention, and new organization. So when it comes to magic and kind of magical workings that you can utilize for this, I would really recommend doing things like cleansing. So if you haven't cleansed your altar, your sacred space, your home, etc., this is a really good time for that. It's also a good time to do things like organizing the stuff that's going on in your life in a kind of a magical way. So perhaps setting intention candles, prayer candles, or spell work that is going to help you kind of stay motivated, stay focused, and kind of get your butt in gear so that way you can kind of do spring cleaning in summer. It should be pretty good. And I think that the Virgo new moons are a really, really great time to kind of just take a check within ourselves and within our practice of what we're doing. And because of Virgo's kind of analytical nature, this is also a really good time to do any kind of grounding that you maybe have neglected in the past or have been neglecting recently. So focus to cleansing, to grounding, and to organization and intention setting. So as I stated earlier in the episode, Maria is on vacation. And because of that, I am taking over her tarot meanings. I forget her exact speech that she says every time at the beginning of these segments, but hearing other people's perspective on tarot helps us to better our own perspective in our own practice and kind of gives us an insight to build based off of our experiences and other people's experiences to give us the best meaning that we possibly can. Now, that being said, this season, Maria and I have been diving into the numerology in tarot, and this week we are on the nines. Now, the nines in tarot represent final stages of action, reflections, thoughts, and deeds when we are looking at the minor arcana. It shows us the end of a cycle and kind of a natural coming down or the closing stages of a period in your life that, was poignant for you. It doesn't mean that the situation is over because realistically, when we look at situations in our life, chapters are never truly closed. They just kind of evolve and take on new meanings. So while these stages are not over and gone with, forever, chapter close, whatever, it does mean that it has run its natural course as it is presently, and that the total kind of accumulation of what has happened regarding this situation and all the efforts that you've put in, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, and just desires overall are going to start seeing fruition. The goals of each suit we've had a struggle up until this point. And for some suits, there is still kind of a struggle. We see like in the Nine of Wands, for example, a very guarded, protective need to build up walls. And so while we've kind of got this closing stage, there is still this struggle to let our guard down. While the Nine of Swords, and swords historically are not exactly the nicest of cards. The end of road for that suit is still giving us stress, conflict, nightmares, and things that we're probably going to carry on with us as our journey continues. So while we have this kind of chapter closing, it definitely is a really good time to review and reflect on all of our actions and how those actions might have consequences. The journey of this section in the suit might be over, but it still is going to be something that we're going to carry with us for a really long time. I should say carry with us for a very long time, whether that's good or bad. So the suit of nines, I almost said fours, the nines in the minor suits. Sorry, guys, I'm not as good as Maria at this. The nines in the minor suits are something that really is just going to close off a chapter and bring with us. It's kind of like the life lesson or the conclusion for everything we've worked on in the suit up until this point. And this would be the part where I would ask Maria what her take is on all of this, but obviously she's not here. So we're going to just assume that she is 100% in agreement with me and that she thinks I'm really beautiful, which thanks so much, Maria. So as we talked about in the intro of this episode, Jess and I are going to be discussing like projects that we're loving right now, small businesses that we are vibing with, artists, all that. I know that we've talked about it on our social media, that in the month of September, we're doing a small business shout out month. If you have questions about that, I believe it's one of our pin posts on Instagram, but if not, it's really not far down and it's purple and it's got a lot of text on it. So yeah, that being said, tell me somebody that you're vibing with right now. I want to know something that you think is cool.
Oh gosh. Oh, weird. The bathroom light just went off right as I looked at it. So you were telling me that the room that you're in right now might be haunted, and now it's transferring to my room.
I told you, he's a prankster.
I know. So one of my favorites, just off the top of my head, is a girl, a friend of ours named Courtney Block. She goes by liminal.librarian on Instagram and Twitter, and she is like a long time. I want to say like I don't know why I can't freaking talk right now. University librarian, and she will research the shit out of anything. Like she'll do it. She just did it to me. Actually, I didn't even get a chance to talk about this on my podcast yet, but I went to was that yesterday? Yes. I can't talk. Goldfield Pioneer Cemetery in Nevada, where there's these silly graves. There's one that's like a.
I know exactly. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God. It was like a bucket list grave where this guy died by eating library paste. It says unknown man died from eating the library paste 1908, right? But when I was researching it, it said, this is rumored, whatever, but it's not. People didn't know if it was true. So, of course, Courtney, I posted it on Twitter and I look in my comments and Courtney found the freaking original newspaper article from 1908 saying the guy did it and he was found in the alley or some shit. Like she found it and I didn't even ask her to. Like that's the type of stuff she does.
I've seen that. I've been there. I've been to that headstone before. And like, it only left me with like a whole bunch of questions.
Yes.
Like, if you go back in time, right, and you think about 1908 and like the things going on in the world, I'm like, there's two options here. Either he was like super impoverished, and you think about like how glue is made. I don't think it still is made this way, but because now it's made with like PVC or whatever, right? But in the olden days, it was made with horse hooves. So you got like, you think protein, gelatin, that sort of stuff, right? So maybe he was super poor and he was like in his brain thinking, granted, it wasn't a smart idea, obviously, but he was thinking, if I eat horse hooves, it's gelatin, it's protein, whatever, right? Or you have the other end of the spectrum where he was like, I'm going to get high on this. I'm going to get so zooted out of my brain. It's going to be crazy.
I know. I don't know if it was, I didn't consider the high part actually, but it just seems like a 1908 version of My Strange Addiction. Like he just fucking started eating it and maybe it was just a little bit at a time. And then this time he just went ham and died on accident. So, but it's so crazy. But anyway, back to Courtney, like she'll just do this stuff. Or if anybody ever has something they're researching or a book that they're researching, she's like, reach out to me. I will help you, for free. Like she just loves doing it. But anyway, so the reason I bring up her socials was she goes live like quite a few times a week on Instagram and reads like historical, interesting, weird stories, mostly ghost stories, but other like, weird happenings and a lot of stories, you get into like YouTubers who, and once you follow a lot of those YouTubers, you end up hearing a lot of the same stories a lot of times, but Courtney tells the most like original stories that she dug up from like actual newspapers and
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I don't follow her, so I'm gonna have to look her up after this.
You have to follow her.
After this too, for people who are listening, I am gonna try to put I'm gonna put all the socials and like ways to like look at these people that we're talking about in the caption of this. So if you are listening and you're like, oh, I want to go see that, just go to the caption. I'm gonna have it right there. So go to that.
Yes.
Talking about like that sort of stuff, like cemeteries and stuff. Somebody I wanted to talk about who I know you and I are both mutuals with is mybloodygalentine.
Oh yeah.
Her photography, like I know she's like big on like the reels and TikTok and stuff, which is great, good for her. But her photography is unreal. Like, actually so stunningly beautiful. Like, I love her content in general. I just think it's beautiful.
It is.
It just is. But her photography is so stunning. And I didn't actually pay much attention, as horrible as this is going to sound, to her photography until Threads came out. Because Threads is like Twitter, right? And so people aren't posting their TikToks and stuff like that on there. But they are posting photos and stuff again. And I'm actually seeing it because it's not just Instagram feeding me their recommendations, which are definitely ads. So I'm actually seeing this stuff again, and it's like, oh yes, what beautiful photos of a cemetery.
I know, I kind of get jealous. I know she travels with her boyfriend a lot, and I'm sure, and he has kind of a following too. I can't think of his handle right now, but I feel like they help each other out, and they have that like, okay, I'll take yours and you take mine. And I'm like, well, that must be nice. I'm in the middle of the desert with my dog, and I have to do all my fucking
I'm married to a literal photographer and artist who takes the worst fucking photos of me you've ever seen in my life. First of all, I mean, I know that I'm a plus size queen, okay? But he takes photos of me like I've got an additional 60 pounds on my already curvy body. And I'm like, where did that extra 3 chins come from? Did we feel like that was the best angle for me?
He has posted some photos of you on socials where I'm like, I wouldn't talk to him for fucking days. Like, y'all have a relationship that I cannot.
To his credit, when he does post those, he does post it in circles, like on Twitter. So like only his actual friends see it, which is fine. But
I don't know. I feel like there's been some in the wild.
There probably has been. But yeah, they're horrible. But to my credit, I get to make fun of the fact that he's 5'5". So short king.
You are hilarious. No, you guys are hilarious and funny, and obviously, like, you have to have like a special kind of relationship for that to not fucking piss you off. So I'm just like very vain, and if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, we are not talking.
See, I don't get embarrassed easy because I don't believe anything is worth being embarrassed over. So
true. I don't in life, like any of my actions, any of my whatever, or anything that I did, if I fall down, I don't fucking care. But like, if a gnarly fucking picture of me is going to hang out on the internet for a while, I'm not going to feel great about myself for a bit.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just not that bitch. I don't give a shit. None of my pictures are good. I've never been somebody who takes great photos just at all. So like at some point you just embrace it.
I love that about you.
Thanks.
Hold on, wait, let's circle back to Galentine. Yeah, her name is Becky Ann Galentine. She's a big deal on TikTok. She's a big deal on Instagram. I know she makes subscription boxes now where she takes.
I've seen them.
Yeah, she takes like elements from haunted locations. She'll get like pamphlets and old articles and old photos. Like some of the stuff in the boxes.
Photos especially. Like I love that she includes photos. I think those are sick.
Yes. Yeah. Some of those, it's kind of a mix. It'll be like as many real artifacts as she can in the box, as well as like some, photocopied articles and other evidence to go with the box. And then she includes like hair. I don't know where the fuck she gets the hair, bro, but she puts locks of hair in there that have to do with the case or have to do with the haunting in the box. I don't get it, but I know they sell like hotcakes. Whenever she posts them, she posts like 20 at a time and they go real fast.
Also, her partner's name is A Haunted Life. Because I'm looking at her socials right now. And he just happens to be tagged right there. So perfect. Yeah, I don't follow him. I just follow her. I think all of us are on the. Listen, here's the deal. I don't care about men. I don't either. I just don't. Listen, if my male listeners are tuning in, I think you're great. It's nothing against you. I just mostly care about really hot women that are doing cool things.
Yep.
I think that's something we can all relate to.
100%. That's why we're here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I think that she's doing really, really cool stuff. I really do. And I know that goes without saying because she is so big on TikTok and she posts a lot of reels and stuff too. But I feel like the short format content, like that is TikTok and that is Reels, has kind of ruined the art of photography. And so we have like this platform where I'm seeing photos again and I'm just like, yes, give me the photos.
I know, I love that too. I know I take the video, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I put stuff in my stories, but I like won't make a reel. I don't know why, but I still love posting like a
reels is fucking annoying.
Picture. It's annoying.
Listen, everybody who does it like routinely, and it's not just like a talking head video where you're just like holding a microphone or whatever, and it's like actually like edited. Like Amanda Paulson is another one who does that. She makes beautiful videos. Yeah. And I'm just like, more power to you, because I could also take the content and make it look that pretty, but I don't have the patience to edit it together to tell a story, because that's what they do. They tell stories without even really saying anything.
Yep. Yeah, I have enough. Honestly, between the road trip I took last summer and the road trip I'm taking right now, I have enough content for fucking years. Do I ever edit it together and make those? No. Like, it seems like
you would have such a successful YouTube channel if you like had the time.
We sound like such boomers right now. I need someone to do all this shit for me is what I need, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. I literally, like, I work full time and I have a toddler who is like being potty trained, and that's a whole thing. I don't have the time for all that extra stuff. I want to, I really do, but I just don't.
Yeah, I literally drove 10 hours today.
The girlies who do it, because hell yeah.
Right. Yeah, I drove 10 hours today through Yosemite, got to my hotel, and now I'm on here with you. And after this, I'm going to record my own podcast. Like, what the fuck am I doing? When am I supposed to make a reel? Get out of here.
You expect me to spend an hour editing a reel? Do you remember that video I made where it was like I'd asked Frank questions and he had to like give me prompts, and then I like edited, so it was like bah, 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 bah.
No.
It was fucking sick. Okay, I was very proud of it. I will send it to you. It was very sick. It, without exaggeration, took me 13 hours over 5 days to make. But at the point that I was like ready to give up, I was so deep in it that I was like, come on, Robyn, you've only got 5 more prompts to go. And each prompt took me like a full hour. And it was because I was doing it like an idiot. Like, I was doing it so stupid. It was like a CapCut edit or something. And it's got to fit like a certain format, and you got to put the photos in. I was putting each photo into Canva, into the editing thing, and then saving it, when I could have just, like, I'm so stupid, brains made of worms. I could have just edited it right in the photo app, but.
Did it at least pop off, or was it just like a normal?
Yeah, it did really well. I mean, it was fucking
then it was
cool.
Worth your time.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. It was not, in no way was it worth my time. In no way was it worth my time. Was it fucking sick? 1,000%. Was it a waste of time? Also 1,000%. So
I mean, I think that is just the blanket statement for any and all social media.
Yeah. I've been trying really hard to like wean myself off. I deleted TikTok.
You did?
I deleted it.
You have so many followers, Robyn.
Well, I didn't delete my account. I deleted my app off my phone, so I don't use it anymore.
Nice. I don't watch those. I never go in there. Y'all send me shit. Katie sends me shit. I can't go in there. I will lose 7 hours of my life if I open
exactly.
TikTok.
And that's what's happening, is that I found that I wasn't making any content, but I was losing like 4 hours a day to it. And I'm just like, this is a soul suck. I can't do this.
Yes.
Let's stay on topic.
Yeah, let's think of other people we could talk about.
There's actually like a lot. As people who listen to the podcast know that I'm like a freak about pottery. And there is a freaking mug. You're going to throw up when you see this, in a good way. That I just saw. I was going to talk about it. So if we were doing the creatives segment of this episode, this is my choice. But because we're doing the whole segment, like the main segment on it, get ready for this.
Yeah, just talk about whatever we want. Let me see if I follow them.
You see this little frog?
Oh my god. Wait, I think I do follow them. What's their username?
Their name is Hand Stuff Studio. And it's like a pearlescent frog with a gemstone belly and like a little witch's hat on the handle. And I want to scream. It was so cute.
Look at the top by their account. Does it say that WooPod follows them or no?
Let's look.
I think I do. But there's kind of a lot of creators that do stuff that look like that. So
it doesn't say that you do.
Well, dang, I gotta follow. Damn it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. And they do a bunch of really cute frog mugs, like a ton. They have one that's like got a rainbow on the belly, but it's like out of little like rhinestones making the rainbow. It's so fucking cute. Of course, I'll never get one.
I wish I knew their username because that's the whole point of what we're doing. But I can send it to you after, and we could still put it in the notes under the podcast. Yeah. But you follow that person on Instagram who makes those like giant, like ceramic fucking pumpkins with like good pumpkin like jack-o'-lantern faces, but they're like fancy. Oh my god! Every time they go by, I'm like, I need one of these real bad, and I know it's going to be like $600, but they're big. And there's all different ones. I want to say they make some kind of like, maybe they make like mugs and dinnerware too, but it's like they're giant pumpkins. Like it would be like the nicest quality Halloween decorations, but obviously me and you and probably literally everybody listening would just keep it up all year round.
I know. Like, let's be honest. At the end of the day, you can take the trash bag out of the Michael's craft store. Okay.
Right.
Oh my god. You know,
like
we tried to go Halloween like hunting because I did see on before I deleted my TikTok app of all these like code orange Halloween stuff at this place and this place, and I was like, bet. We went to go see the Barbie movie, and I was like, we're on Home Goods. They didn't have anything out yet.
Dang.
So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that nobody's had a harder life than me. I'm truly suffering. I'm just like devastated. I was truly devastated. I'm like, you have to be joking.
It's like it just clicked over into the new month though, and I bet it's out. They were just waiting for August.
Yeah, but I live so rural that it's an hour and a half to get there.
Dang.
And so it's like, I mean, we're gonna go. I know we're gonna go.
Yeah.
But it's still heartbreaking that it wasn't already ready for me.
I'm going to tell you another story that's like, woe is me. My life is terrible. That is on the level
literally nobody will sympathize with you.
Yeah,
on.
No, it's no, I don't deserve anybody's sympathy. It's really fucking stupid, but maybe I'm not alone here, but there has been an ad on Instagram for fucking Pottery Barn recently. It's been up for weeks of these terracotta fucking skeletons that hang on your fireplace, and there's an orange one, a regular terracotta color one, and a black one, and I'm like, I want that regular terracotta one so bad so I can just hang it in my house and it'll look like nice and fancy but like spooky. You go to the link, they have been pushing this ad for weeks. You go to the link, all they have is the black one. They don't have the fucking terracotta one, and every time I'm like, why is my life so terrible? Who hates me? Why does the universe hate me that I can't have the terracotta skeleton? I know,
that's horrible.
Why would they keep running the ad if the good one is out?
Yeah.
Take the ad down.
Nobody gives a shit about the other one.
No, nobody wants the black one. It don't even look special. I want the one that looks like a flower pot. Thank you. Damn it.
There is a company that I'm okay, so you know how I really like berets? I know that I've like not been rocking berets.
I actually didn't know that about you. Spoiler alert.
I do. Spoiler alert. I love berets. It is probably my most pretentious thing that I do.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm wearing a beret in my author photo, I think.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you are.
Yeah, I love a good beret.
I haven't seen those in a long time. I remember those. Your dad took those, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, cute.
Speaking of artists,
hey, everybody out there, we're real friends.
We are real friends. I'm pretty sure I've sent you Snapchats while I've been taking a shit. So we're like real friends.
No, we're on BS.
Anyway, I really like berets, and my problem with berets is that the good ones, the ones that have like the cute little designs, either sell out instantly. Or you good? Yeah. Sorry. So either they sell out instantly, or they're like absurdly overpriced. And don't get me wrong, I think small businesses should charge whatever they're going to charge.
Yes.
It's their business. It is. We as consumers need to get used to the idea of saying, I can't afford that, and I should save up for it or pass, and then like change from the narrative of why do you charge so much. So I'm like fully, if you used to charge that much, good for you. Like,
Yep. That's how I feel about those pumpkins I brought up before. The ones that,
they're so good, but
you made it in a kiln. Take my money.
But there's this company that's called Blackthorn LA that makes the cutest fucking Halloween berets I've ever seen in my entire life. And my only issue with them is they're one of the companies that sells out super quick. And I gotta be fast. They restock all the time. I'm just never fast enough to get them. And they're so good. Like I have this one that's like ghosts in a circle that go around the little like knob.
Ew.
So fucking cute. And they have one that I really, really want to get that's a pumpkin hat. It's like orange and it's got like the jack-o'-lantern like face embroidered onto it. Oh, never quick enough though.
Do you want to know what's been? I've missed every drop that they've had, and it's really starting to have an effect on my fucking life. That person, I'm sure you've seen them go by on Instagram. That girl who makes the fucking macrame disco ball hangy things.
I also have tried to get that.
Listen, why can't we fucking get one? What do I have to do? I have been on there at the drop time. I can't fucking get one.
I want one. Like, I want one so bad. I think I've tried like 3 or 4 times now.
Same.
And there's also like Pottery Witch. Do you know Pottery Witch? She has like these really cute like cauldron mugs, and she does like the gold, like gilded glaze like on parts of it. So there'll be like little like crescent moons and stars.
Oh, I think I have. They have like a UFO one, maybe? Do they have a UFO one?
Yep. I have tried without exaggeration for 6 years.
Oh, no.
6 years.
You need to DM them.
I have. I've even tried to be like, hey, I'm an influencer. Maybe you've heard of me. Anyway, I'm not trying to ask for anything for free, but what if I just like could give you money and then you made sure I had one? And she's like, she was really polite. She was so nice. So I'm going to say this and it's going to sound like she's being rude, but she was not. She was so polite. She was like, due to like, demand, I don't play favorites. And so I don't take things like that, which is fair.
You have almost 100,000 followers.
Yeah, but that's fair. Like, because what if something happens or whatever, and then she's played favorite once and then it like gets out or something. I can understand it. And she was like so polite about it that I was just like, all right, fair. But it's literally been 6 years and I've tried multiple times. And I have a friend named Lauren who got one of her mugs, and every fucking video that bitch does, I'm just like seething. Like she'll be like holding her little mug and I'm like, what's it like to live my dream? You don't have your mug, but neither of us have our disco ball thing, and we're miserable. It's miserable. I mean, nobody has suffered like me in any way. There are so many people out there who are just living the life I want to live, and it's really sad for me. Nobody can possibly understand.
Sparkly disco ball little lights going around the room, and we don't have that.
We don't have that. It's
feels
sad.
Shitty. It does. I feel shitty inside.
It just I guess there's just some people that are God's favorite, and it's not us.
I know. What I thought of somebody else during this rant too that I love. That actually, I bought it's emandsprout, and I know there's probably a lot of people on here who follow emandsprout. It's emandsprout on Instagram and Etsy, and they make the jack-o'-lantern sandals, but they have them in pink and purple.
I think it's important to note in saying that there have been a shit pot of knockoffs that have been made of these. Yep. And it really sucks because they made something so wonderful and that it's been knocked off, and the knockoffs are shit.
Yep.
I got gifted a pair from my mother, which she had great intentions. She didn't know that there was like, you know what I mean? She didn't know that it was a knockoff. She just went, I saw these on the internet and thought of you. Garbage.
Dang. No, I bought the original ones last summer, wore them on my entire road trip. I got the pink ones, and then I knew I was going on this road trip, and I'm like, I need a fresh pair of emandsprout fucking pink jack-o'-lantern sandals. And she was sold out forever and ever and ever. And then one day, like 2 months ago, I was thinking about the trip again. I'm like, you know what? I need to see if she's restocked the sandals. I go on Etsy. She had one left in my size, and I got them. Did you see
that? Yeah, she does slides now, and not just the slippers.
Yeah, I have both. I have that's what I'm talking about. I have the sandals that I've been wearing this entire, or the slides that I've been wearing this entire trip. And
I love that.
And I also have I have her slippers too in pink and in purple.
Her account made me think of, like, you know how she has those claw clips?
Yes.
So Moondustpress is currently like in early production or whatever of like witchy claw clips.
Ew.
And there's like broomsticks and cauldrons and like little pentacles. And I've already outright told Andrea that if she doesn't send me some, or at least let me have first dibs to buy them, I will cry forever and I will never recover. I was like, I'll pay for them. I don't care. Because normally she sends my kid books, right? Because it's a children's book thing. And she's so nice. She always sends the baby just all the books that come out. So sweet and so nice. And I'm like, I will pay for them. You do not, I'm not asking for a handout. I'm like, if you want to send them to me for free, I mean, I'm not going to tell you no. But at least let me have early picks so I can buy the ones I want and they don't get sold out. She's so nice. She's like, yeah, of course.
You're going to have to put so many links under this episode.
I know.
We're putting a lot in there. And going back to what we said at the beginning, we have not shouted out one guy and I don't feel bad about it.
I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm sure you guys are doing really cool and amazing stuff. But again, I'm just really into hot, successful, creative women.
Yeah, you can do that in another episode. You can have some guy on and y'all can talk about like a couple guys
doing guy things. I'm pretty sure we had a guy on not that long ago. So
yeah, you put in your
welcome, gentlemen. Oh my god, somebody's gonna leave a comment calling me a misandrist, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But
all of our favorite creators with cute stuff that goes by on Instagram are all girls. Sorry, girls.
I'm sorry. I do mean it with my whole heart that I just really love women.
I thought of one more person who's I honestly think their shit is my favorite of anybody on Instagram, and that's like saying a lot. I started following them a while back because they are a tattooer. 99% it's a girl, but they never post selfies or fucking videos ever. Mm-hmm. But they do the spookiest little cool weird tattoos, and then they transitioned into like art, and then they transitioned into like ceramics.
I love when artists do that shit, though.
Their handle is wild_rose_thorn.
Oh, I love them too.
Yes. They make like, the thing that got me was they make these tiny wall altars. Mm-hmm. And they have like demons on them and weird little wolves and God, everything is so exactly my shit. Weird little horse things, like things that aren't even real creatures. Everything is so fucking cute, but like kind of evil looking at the same time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they have like, I know they make bowls too. I don't like smoke weed or anything, but they have bowls. They have little plates, but like the wall altars are like the things that get me. Or they could be just like a tiny wall candle holder, but I think you can use it as an altar. And they've made like little
I'd use it as an altar, at least an altar piece.
Yeah. And I've seen them do like little mini sets before too, where they'll have like a wall thing with like little mini guys made into it, like little walls, like little statues. I don't know, everything they post, I'm like, God, everything's so good.
Saying this reminded me of this tattooist that I like. Now I can't find their shit. I've been looking while you've been talking about this. They do. I know you follow them too because I've sent them to you before, and you're like, yeah, bitch, I follow her. Okay. She does like the like mid-century modern style tattoos, like very atomic art. Let me see if I can.
As a tattoo, or as art?
Yeah, as tattoos.
Because we both follow El Gato Gomez, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's not who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Here it is. It's the Peachmoon.
Who?
The Peachmoon. I'll send it to you. Well, I guess you're on your phone, but
yeah.
She does like this retro inspired tattoos. That's the only way I can think to describe it. They're like atomic art style tattoos, and they're fucking sick. It's like that mid-century modern atomic like color block artwork, but in the form of a tattoo.
Cute.
It's unreal. Like, I'm gonna pull up an example and show you. Obviously, again, if you guys are listening, you should like go to this.
Oh yeah, cute.
So cute. Like, actually so cute. I'm so obsessed. I would like to go to her very badly, but
yes.
I have no idea where she's even located.
I swear I was lurking Wild Rose Thorn's account too before I said that. And it looked like they were posting a lot of travel pictures from out west out here. I'm like, if they're out here, but their artwork almost seems like they're in fucking Norway or some shit. I'm like, are they? I don't know where they're from.
They can be from anywhere.
I know.
That's the beauty of the internet. Listen, if any of you are tattoo artists or aspiring tattoo artists and you do not share your studio in your caption, or your location or some way to contact you, you are fucking up so bad.
Listen, that is one of my biggest pet peeves on earth, and it is not just tattooers, it's fucking everybody.
That's
if you're
true.
a coffee shop, if you're a hairdresser, if you're whatever, if you're a dog business, if you're a fucking whatever, if you don't have your state in your bio, you are a fucking moron.
No, see, I don't even think you should have your state. I think you should have your town and your state.
You should,
because
but
especially
at the very
considering
least,
most places, like, I'm not to be a hater, because I know this whole episode is about being the opposite of a hater, okay? But oftentimes, small businesses, I get it, it's a budget thing, so this is no hate, but your logo, probably you got off Etsy or Canva. Not hating, I'm a Canva queen, okay? I'm a Canva graduate over here. But it tends to look like a lot of other people's, and it's hard to narrow you down. So, like, you do you. Like, if you're doing good work, if you're putting out cool stuff, if your coffee shop looks sick, I'm gonna go. But, like, make it so I can go by telling me where you're located.
No, and also, too, I think a lot of people are like, oh, I won't put it in my bio, and then they do a geotag. I'm like, some people don't even know how to fucking click on a geotag. So it needs to be in your bio. You get about a split second of somebody looking at your Instagram page before they leave. If your shit is not in your bio, they're out. If I don't know that I can't come to your fucking ice cream store, your antique store, your vintage shop, your whatever the fuck, if I don't see in your bio, I'm not gonna be a fucking detective on your page and find out are you an idiot? Like, and y'all think it's funny, but I'm telling you, 50% of fucking businesses don't have their city or state in their bio. It's unreal.
It's literally more than that. Listen,
it's so unreal.
I have a small business. And my small business is exclusively online.
Right.
Ergo, I don't have to put where I live,
don't.
and so I don't. However, if you actually purchase from me or you're on my mailing list, you still get my P.O. box and where it's located because I'm not a dummy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, I don't know, you guys aren't doing yourselves any favors. Yeah, this is what's not stirring my cauldron since we're not doing that segment.
It's been one of my biggest pet peeves for a long time, and I guarantee it costs people so much money.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it is. Like,
yeah.
And it sucks because you have all these places that look so cool and they look so interesting, and there's this artwork that's amazing, or tattooists who are amazing. We're like, I really want to go to you. Yeah. I would like to know if you're even in the same country as me.
Literally. Yeah, that's another thing with tattooers or whoever. It can be for other businesses, but where they do that thing, like hairdressers too, where they'll be like, it'll say their name and then it'll be like hairdresser or tattooer at, and then they'll at the tattoo shop in the bio, no city or state in the bio. So now I have to fucking click on the shop and go investigate, see if the shop has the fucking shit in the bio. No. If you create more than one step for someone, they're not going to come to you. They're not.
They're just not. And like, the thing is, there are these tattooists out there. I know we're stuck on the tattooist thing, but there are these tattooists out there who are so successful that they don't need to have that. Like, if people really want them, they will take those extra steps. But like, at what point are you just being a pretentious dick?
Literally. That is literally the point. That is where they're at. That's dumb. You can still put books closed in your bio and put your city and state or some shit. Or literally give me a region. Put Northeast US, put fucking something.
Yeah. something. Literally something. I don't know.
Anything.
Okay, let's end this on a positive note since we're being such haters.
Yeah, also, I know I'm on here mostly because I have a podcast called What's Up Weirdo.
You're on here because you're my friend and Maria wasn't going to be here. And I said, would you like to be my guest?
Right. But oh, geez. Cut it out. But while we're talking about tattooers, I wanted to drop my own tattoo page. I am a cosmetic tattoo artist in Detroit.
She's incredibly talented. I've talked about her on the podcast like a million times.
Thank you so much. But my for my tattoo page is at Magick Brows, and it's Magick Brows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me draw on your face.
And that also will be in the bio.
Yeah. As well as, I'm on What's Up Weirdo Podcast with Tenny. And
my dad, my biological father, he loves that joke.
Yes.
What I love about telling people, and when I say people, I mean the internet, that Tenny is my biological father. My favorite part about it is I've actually gaslit them into believing it, where people are like, have asked me outright. They've been like, is Tenny actually your dad? And I'm just like, well, why do I seem like somebody who would lie on the internet? I never answer the question outright. I'm just like, do I strike you as somebody who would lie? And they're just like, well, I'm not trying to accuse you of anything. I'm like, so then why are we having this conversation?
Right.
I don't. Right. What about me? Feels like I would just make something up.
Just for the lulz. What do I do for the lulz?
Anything? Who would do that? And my favorite part is that Tenny just plays along. He just lets me get on with it, and he just like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's not costing him anything.
Why not?
Yeah.
He's so proud of him. He's so proud of me. He's such a good dad.
He should be proud of you. You would be like the most successful thing he ever did.
That is so true. Take that, kindred spirits. What was I going to say? I had a shop that I sent this to you. I have one last shop that I want to shout out.
Okay.
There is this glass artist. They do like, oh goodness, what are those things called? What are they called? It's when you take the cut glass and you use like the soldering iron to glass? There it is. You have such a beautiful brain.
That's what I'm here for.
They do like the alien stuff. I know I've sent it to you before.
Yeah, I follow quite a few people who do like the gnarliest, best stained glass ever. And do I have any of it? No.
The one I'm thinking of, I of course cannot pull up their account right now. It's like literally not loading. So very cool. Awkward pause. Anyway, they do like really specifically this stained glass that is like a UFO that's got a cow that they're pulling up.
Yeah. I've seen that.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
They make
like lamps, right? Is it a lamp?
Yeah, it's a lamp. And like, it's, of course, like Instagram has decided right now is the time to not work. So I can't pull up the actual name. Hi, Toad.
Yeah, it's actually super creepy right now. I'm in one of those hotel rooms that have like a connecting door, and the person was trying to open the fucking door, like the middle door. So I hope his barking kept them from
freaks.
Continuing that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is a little unclear in here though, because the door across from it is like a closet. So maybe they thought they were opening the closet.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I didn't like it at all.
Anyway, Instagram is not loading, so I will link this in the bio, and I will write next to it the UFO lamp that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but it's like a stained glass UFO, and there's like a cow dangling from like the stained glass beam, and it's like a functional lamp. It is so sick and cool.
So cute.
So cool. Like, this is what I'm talking about. When people just are so fucking creative, man. Like,
I know. And then you'll have people like go to fucking wherever and get the most generic stuff. It's like, no, you like seek out artists and like small businesses.
I would rather have less things that are like of a better, more interesting and like creative quality.
Yes. Yeah, we want everything to be cute and slightly evil and magical and just really cute stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay, before we go, do you have anybody else you want to talk about?
I can't. I'm surprised I've said words out loud for this long.
I'm really proud of you, honestly.
Thanks.
I'm going to do my best to link every single thing that we've talked about in this episode in the bio. Jess is going to send me the pumpkins and the skeletons so I can link them. But I've got everything else written down in notes. So if you guys are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Go to the bio because it should be listed in there. And if it's not listed in there, literally DM me and I will amend that. Yes.
Yeah. And too on our podcast Instagram at WooPod at WUWPod, I shout out people fucking constantly, and so do you. So if y'all like the style of the stuff that we're shouting out, just follow our Instagrams and just watch our stories, because I feel like I'm a little slow on it right now because I'm literally in the middle of nowhere on a road trip. But when I'm home, I shout out people like every day.
It's true. So. It's true. And obviously, you guys know when you're listening that we have a whole segment every main episode about cool shit that's happening right now. Yeah. So we just wanted to kick off our like celebratory September with the small business shout out with doing a small business and creative episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, this episode will be a little bit different because Maria's not here. But she'll be back next episode and we can harangue her for her absentness. Will you please, before we end this, tell our lovely listeners where they can find you on the World Wide Web?
Okay. On Instagram, the podcast is at WUWPod. My work page is at Magick Browse, MAGICK Browse. On Twitter, I'm at Jessica Knapik, KNAPIK.
It'll be linked in the bio.
What else? What else do I do? I don't fucking know. I'm out here.
Twitter's your most active, I would say. So if you guys want to know what the inside of Jess's brain is like, get onto Twitter.
There's a lot of fight stuff, fight content, and dogs and ghosts and whatever else. Just me and you making fun of each other and
and us collectively making fun of Tenny.
Yes,
like it is our mission from God.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love it's been a while. I did an episode of this a long ass time ago, so it was
literally like 3 seasons ago.
I know. Yeah, I'm stoked to be back, and I'll do it anytime you need me to. So
glad to have you back, babe.
Thanks, babe.
As I said earlier in this episode, we are going to skip a couple of segments this episode just because Maria's not here, and I didn't want to put stirring and not stirring on Jessica's hands to decide, as well as we had a whole segment about creators that we're loving right now, so no need to have a secondary segment for that. That being said, we hope that you all enjoyed this episode. We appreciate you for tuning in, even though it is a little bit different than usual. And we hope that we will see you again on Friday, August 11th for our Coffee Talk episode, or on August 18th for the 16th episode of Season 4. You can keep an eye out on our social media or head to our website, coffeeandcauldrons.com, to find out more information and see what we are up to. And don't forget to join us on Patreon August 27th for a class with Nika Phillips of Crescent and Craft for her class on making candle magic. She's gonna show us how she makes her incredible candles, and I'm really excited. Additionally, our Patreon, Magical Beginnings, offers special 25-minute part 2 episodes, a giant library, like over 400 articles about witchcraft, Discord community full of fun events and discussions. We do stuff like meditations every month, group ritual. We have a book club. We have a monthly mixer where everybody just comes and hangs out. It's really fun. And so if you are somebody who would like to join us on there, we would really like to have you. And we even have a tier that offers one-on-one conversations with me and Maria. So please, if you are loving our sexy, sensual, just chef's kiss voices, take a moment to review us on whatever streaming service, such as Apple Podcasts or Spotify, that you are tuning in from. We love reading your reviews. And even if you don't write a review, but you just leave us 5 stars or whatever stars that you think fits, it really helps us to be seen by others. So thank you to everybody who is already and will in the future. We really appreciate you. So again, this is Coffee and Cauldrons with Robyn, I am at a tired witch on Instagram. And although she's not here, I am most usually joined by the beautiful Maria of Maria the Arcane on Instagram. Bye. I know this episode was weird, but I appreciate you all so much for sticking with me. And we'll be right back to normal scheduling next week.